Hey everyone, I'm Pencil Stink, and today we're going to be reading the Metal Gear Solid novelization, because why not? It's the official novel of the thrilling Konami video game created by Hideo Kojima, however you pronounce it. I don't know Japanese, okay? Shut up. Leave me alone. Okay, anyway. So, gotta go. Okay. Chapter 1. I'm sorry, I read a little bit of it. And just a little bit. I've never read this book before. It just came today. So, yay. Anyway. Chapter 1. Some years ago. Dr. Clark quietly re-entered the visiting chambers, stood still behind the U.S. President and General Jim Houseman, and listened to them whisper. The two men were transfixed in front of the observation window that overlooked the operating theater. "Is she in pain?" the President asked. "I thought she was supposed to be sedated," the General replied. "They're blocking your view, damn it." "What's happening?" the President asked. "Can you see?" "Do not be alarmed, Mr. President." Dr. Clark's seductive and eloquent voice echoed in the chamber, startling the President. "'Cause he's a bitch." He is a little bitch. Screw you, Solidus. Anyway. "Oh, you gave me a start, Doctor," the gray-haired politician said. And it always struck Clark that the President was a very nervous type when he wasn't in front of the camera. She rather enjoyed scaring the poor man. That was ironic because she was a woman, albeit a woman with a commanding presence and powerful charisma. Clark stepped closer out of the shadows and addressed them. "I apologize, Mr. President. I thought you were aware I was behind you." The President laughed nervously. "It must be because we're down here so far underground. I guess I'm a little claustrophobic." General Houseman said, "We'll get back up to the surface as soon as you want to go, Mr. President." Clark noted that the general didn't look too pleased to be there either. "Is she giving birth?" the President asked. "She's been in labor for a long time." Wait, hold on. Clark answered, "It'll be very soon, I'm sure." The President squeamishly turned away from the window and waved his hand around the chamber, indicating the hundreds of stalactites on the limestone ceiling. "Do any of these things ever fall? Why would anyone be giving birth in a cave? Why?" "They're thousands of years old, Mr. President," Clark replied. "They won't fall in the room. I can assure you of that. And the likelihood of an earthquake occurring in the southeastern corner of New Mexico is quite remote." Her voice reverberated with upper-class sophistication and the timbre of a Shakespearean actress. The President nodded. "I know. It's just amazing to think that on the other side of that cavern wall is one of America's most popular national parks. Hundreds of tourists pour through it every day. The Carlsbad area was perfect for the project. I'm in debt to your predecessor for backing it." The President tilted his head and said, "You know, Doctor, I inherited this project. Tell me how you got established in this facility." Clark smiled. "Ever since the caverns were discovered, there were many caves not open to the public. Caves just sitting here, available to the available to the government. I believe the first time this cavern was used by the government was during World War II. Why do I keep trying to say administration? Where is that? The Roosevelt administration built the safe house here in case America was attacked. Since then, it's been used for a number of research projects." Clark glanced at the general. "Most of them military in nature." "I see. We took it over in the mid-60s. The President turned back to the window. "Well, is the project finally going to succeed?" he asked. "This is, the 9th try? Have faith, Mr. President," Dr. Clark said. "I corrected the genetic code in the last batch. I also made sure that the surrogate mother possessed certain genetic latches, if you will, that could connect with those of Big Boss. So it's not Solidus, or whatever. I don't know who the President is, but he's probably a bitch too." Snake was born in 72, so who was the President then? Probably a bitch. Ugh. The president shook his head in amazement. I still can't believe you have so many samples of his cells. What did he think you were going to do with them? Who knows? Big Boss is a dumbass. The man knew only that he was sterile and couldn't produce children. He was unaware of our undertaking here. Dr. Clark said, "Bless Aunt Fawn's terribles." Correct. We extracted the cells when Big Boss was in surgery. When he was wounded in the last war. What war? What war? The Pentagon gave strict orders that he was not to know about the project's outcome, whether or not we succeeded. Though knowing Big Boss, I wouldn't be surprised if he's learned about it by now. Security surrounding our activities has not always been ideal. Security's been the best the U.S. government can supply, Houseman countered. You know that, General. Doctor? Dr. Clark went on without acknowledging the military man's defense for Mike. We reproduced the cells through analog cloning and the super baby fertilize them into an ovum, as you know, and then implanted the fetuses into the mother. Does she know that she's giving birth to 8 babies? The president asked. Dr. Clark corrected him. She's not giving birth to all 8, only 2. What about Solidus? He's a bitch, but what about him? 6 of the fetuses were aborted months ago, so we could arrange the growth of the other 2. This is the dumbest name I've ever heard. So she's giving birth to just twins, is that it? That's precisely it, but not exactly. What do you mean? There will be certain genetic differences in the 2 children. It was the only way we could succeed, as we know. So does that mean one's going to be better than the other? I thought they were supposed to be exactly the same. Clark shook her head. Mr. President, one will not be better than the other, but it's entirely possible that one will possess more dominant genes than his brother. But it's nothing to worry about. Oh my god, I'm sorry. Some new activity behind the glass drew their attention back to the operating arena. All of a sudden, the sterility of the bright room intensified. It was as if the shine on the stainless steel surgical equipment had imbued the space with artificial energy as the doctors and nurses surrounded the table containing the writhing female patient. The steel door behind the observers slid open. A nurse entered and announced, "Doctor, they're ready for you." Clark acknowledged her. "Thanks, I'll be right there. Is she giving birth?" The president asked. "Mr. President, I must go deliver 2 strong baby boys." Nobody talks like that. As far as I know. I don't know. I mean, my grandmother used to be like a nurse. Like 10 years ago. Okay. The president stuck out his hand. Look, Dr. Clark, this isn't something I particularly want to watch. Coward. I need to get back to Washington. It's good to see you. Clark feigned surprise, but she had expected the president's prudish behavior. She shook the man's hand and asked, "Are you certain? We could have a meal later before you depart." "Thanks, doctor, but I must decline. To tell you the truth, this place gives me the creeps. Thank you for making us aware of the imminent, births. By the way, do I get the pick of the litter? I beg your pardon, Mr. President?" You know, one of those things she's giving birth to will belong to us. Stop being mean to David. Stop being mean to Dave, or I'll fight you. Okay. I'd like to pick... Wait. I don't remember where I was at. You know, one of those things she's giving birth to will belong to us. I'd like to pick which kid belongs to us, if that's all right. That's right. That's all. I can't read. You have that right. Clark held up her hands and laughed good-naturedly. I have nothing to do whatsoever with the politics behind the project. The president nodded, satisfied. All right, then I want the one you said has dominant genes. It's got to have an advantage over the other one. Clark was astounded by the man's ignorance. I told you he was a bitch. She reminded him, "There's no guarantee, but I shall do as you ask, Mr. President. Now I must get inside before the President of the United States said, goodbye, Doctor, and good luck. Please keep me informed." He looked at General Houseman and said, "Let's go." As the President and his escort walked away from the observation window and toward the cavern's reinforced steel door, Dr. Clark rushed back to join the drama that was unfolding in the operating theater. It was terribly exciting. Finally, after several attempts, their efforts would bear fruit in the form of 2 live babies cloned from the genetic makeup of the most powerful fighting man the world had ever known, Legendary Soldier Big Boss. He was a dumbass. As Clark washed her hands, snapped on gloves, and entered the operating theater, she wondered what would become of the remaining supply of Big Boss's cells. Only a few trusted assistants had access to them. While the President and his military cronies forget there was some left, Dr. Clark was thrilled by the possibilities. Perhaps there would be another birthing procedure, should the need arise, because, we always need more clones of Big Boss. I mean, it's not like they could be anything other than dumbasses with Big Boss's DNA. Anyway, so that is the first chapter. Yay. The President's a bitch, okay? I don't like America. I don't know who. It wasn't Reagan. He was the 80s. Whatever. Doesn't matter. I wish it was Reagan. That would be kind of funny. I wouldn't laugh about Reagan. I don't like him. He's a bitch. Anyway, so that's it. That's the end of that chapter. There's like 20-something more left. Something about caribou. 26 chapters. I think. Maybe. Yes. Okay. Aw, that's touching. What? Oh, I thought Helen Day were talking, but no, of course not. Anyway, that's the end of that. I'll see you next time whenever that is. Goodbye.